Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back for game week 3 of the Prem Review with Mr. Lankowski.
Hello there, how are we? I hope you are all well.
Yeah, just get straight into it because last time it took way too long to get straight into it.
Yeah,
I think it was
pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Anyway, do you want to go through the? We'll go through last week's fixtures and the results and see what the scores are like, and then we'll go on to next week's fixtures with a little bit of a sprinkly thrown in from the championship. So
Yep. Just quickly off the bat, if you see me looking sideways, I'm looking at my second monitor for all results and stats and blah blah blah. I noticed in my last video that I looked sideways quite a lot. I do apologise, but I mean, Jeff Stelling can't always look at the camera, can he? So I mean, you know, bear with it. Anyway, go on.
Do you want to just run through the results one by one? So we'll
Yep.
go Forrest, Sheffield. We both put Forrest. Pretty
Forrest win.
convincing Forrest win. Although Sheffield just look a bit. They look like they're going to go down already. To be quite frank, like there's not. Really
And you questioned me getting them finishing bottom. You questioned that.
I put them 19th.
Yeah, but they're not bottom.
No.
You questioned that.
Yeah, Forrest looked good. That striker, I can't remember his name, but he's carrying on the hot form that he had last season. And
Oh, Chris Wood. Sorry.
he scored though this week.
I know, that's what I'm looking at. I want the.
Yeah, him.
I want.
Yeah, he.
What are
yeah.
your Chelsea product?
Hmm?
Isn't it a Chelsea product? Oh no, Liverpool. Liverpool. My bad. My bad.
No,
bad.
he's not one of the millions.
He's not one of the thousands in attendance and the millions watching at home.
So yeah, 1-1 on there because it finished 2-1, but we both get a point, so 1-1.
Yep.
And then Liverpool Bournemouth, we both put Liverpool.
Oh, you missed. Whoa! Calm down. You missed one out.
I've just got them in the order that we did them in.
You haven't because you missed Fulham Brentford out.
Oh, I've got that one next.
Oh well, it's all going fucking Pete. So go on. Well, you can lead the way. You lead the way.
We'll go Liverpool Bournemouth.
Yep.
We both put Liverpool. Pretty convincing.
Very convincing. Very convincing.
The only thing I want to add on to that is it wasn't a red card. Never in a million years was it a red card. I do not like Liverpool, but it wasn't a red card for McAllister.
I've not seen all of it. Again, I haven't watched any football over the weekend because I haven't had a chance. But Flash Score says roughing.
Nah, he basically just went into a 50-50 and caught the studs on the top of his boot, and he sent him off for it.
Oh, like what stud showing sort of thing.
Yeah, but it was on his foot, and it was a 50-50. Like, if you can't go for that, then what can you go for?
Football's too soft. Football is literally too soft.
Right, it should have been a yellow card, that was it. But yeah, I thought Bournemouth were going to go and push on. They were shocking. They just have nothing. There's just nothing about them, to be honest.
Yeah. Just one quick adage on that. Max Aarons and Tyler Adams. We shall see you next year, you set of scum pricks.
Why has he gone to Bournemouth? I don't know why he's
gone
to Bournemouth.
Why does Willie Nonto want to leave us to go to Everton?
He rejected Everton, hasn't he?
No, we rejected Everton, and now he's come crawling back like, excuse me, can I play for your club again? Because nobody else wants me, and Everton are too fucking poor to afford me. Fuck off, Willie, you little dirty scat. We'll get on to Leeds a bit later on.
They are poor right now, Everton.
Poor. Fulham Brentford next. Fulham Brentford. Resounding win. A bit of a, would you say a shock?
Not really. We both put Brentford to win.
Yeah, both put Brentford to win, but a 3-0 drubbing. I know we got a man sent off, but I didn't expect that, to be quite honest.
I thought they were going to struggle without Tony. They have not missed a step since he's been gone.
Unlike Fulham, who are, they are missing. They're missing thingy, Mitrovic.
But Jimenez is not a bad striker.
He's not a bad striker, but I still wonder if that whole injury plays on his mind because he's not the same player, is he?
He's not the same, but
it's not nice to say or to see because he was a cracking player, but it's part and parcel of it, part and parcel of it.
I think Fulham are just gonna have a middling season. I don't think they go down, but they're not gonna. They ain't gonna pull up any trees.
Yeah, like middle bottom table sort of stuff. Yeah.
Do you want to go for the next game? Because I don't know what order you've got them in.
I've got Wolves Brighton next game. I questioned whether to go for Brighton obviously after week 1. And then I thought, oh yeah, we'll stick with Brighton. And resounding success.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess is the only way to describe it. They have scintillating form. They've read out of the blocks. Like no like post-season hangover. They've lost all the players for the second summer in a row.
Yeah.
None of that. They arguably look even better.
Yeah, a lot of the goals coming quick fire. Well, didn't we? 46, 51, 55. That is a way to shut a team up, by. That is
put it this way: you don't want to play Brighton right now.
They've still got Adam Lallana on their team.
They've got Milner. He's literally just
Milner's okay, but Adam Lallana.
No, but they're doing like a reverse Southampton. They go from Southampton to Liverpool, and then they go to Brighton.
Brighton looking good. Wolves, I mean, the way their season started was just chaotic at best. So it's not out of place to see them struggling so far. Maybe we can get it together and sort of pull around Gary O'Neill. Again, I rate him as a manager, but that is yet to be seen. Like I said, chaotic start to the season. So for me, it's not.
I was going to say, I think they look better in the Man United game than this game, though. This game, they looked out of their depth.
Yeah, but it's like we're comparing Brighton to Scum, and I mean, we all know which is better team.
So far, we've got them all right. It's
I felt good ticking these off one by one, and because I didn't really remember what Lou had picked. I don't really normally know what Lou's picked until like the Tuesday or the Monday night. I don't tend to keep up to scratch it. I like to keep it as a surprise, but yeah, I felt pretty good at this point.
Yeah, and then we move into the Super Sundays, and this is where it starts to go a bit downhill. Spurs Man United. I said Spurs would win, and you questioned it.
I did.
You're questioning it now.
Questioning it. Yeah.
I knew it was going to happen. Like they did. All the Man United fans as well saying that they deserved it and they should have had a penalty. Where was this attitude when Wolves should have had a penalty? And also, you didn't deserve it. You got absolutely beaten by Spurs in the second half. Like Basuma that's the best game he's played in the Spurs shirt.
And
that Sarri midfield, I don't know where he's come from, but he was electric. Like them two bossed that midfield. Although it's not really saying much when you see Man United's midfield, but
I've still got Lionel McTominay.
Didn't even get on the pitch, did he? It was Mount, Casemiro, and Bruno.
Mount's out for a while, isn't he? Is Mount injured or something like that now?
Yeah, he's out till the end of October.
Scum do scum things, to be honest. Spurs, to an extent, are looking a bit rejuvenated now that Mr. Zero Ambition has left. Son hasn't stepped up as of yet, but he's the talisman of that team now. And then
arguably look worse.
And then when you look, you've got sort of that front four, minus Richarlison because he's fucking massively overrated. You got Son, Madison, and Kulishevsky. I always get it wrong. Is it Kulishevsky? I always get it wrong.
Madison's been it too, though, hasn't he? He really has.
Yeah, that's good midfield. Good midfield. I'm all for him. Now that Mr. No Ambition's gone, we're even getting rid of Lloris, aren't we? I never realised this. I didn't even start him.
Yeah, I was going to say. Well, he's not gone, but he was basically gone at the start of the season anyway.
Napoli were after him, and then Sarri didn't have an interview with him or a meeting with him, and then that turned sour really quickly. While we're on the subject of Manchester United,
the awkward conversation.
It is not awkward at all.
It is a little bit. It's just
if he ends up at an English club, I can see a David Goodwillie situation going on. I really think he'll head to the Middle East, where said things are less frowned upon. How do we talk about this without getting cancelled?
This is what I mean. It's an uncomfortable situation.
Just in case anyone wants to know, he's not from Leeds, he's from Bradford. That's a whole kettle of different fish. it's generally acceptable in that part of the world. Swiftly moving on.
I was just going to say, I think it goes into the whole argument of he's been found not guilty, but it's like...
Hang on. No.
The court of a pit, but that's just in the eyes of the law. But in the public...
No, he hasn't been found not guilty. He didn't get trialed.
Alright, the charges were dropped.
It's weird that, isn't it? It went so far for so long. I mean, it's like someone produced many things, and then someone went, "Oh, look at these many things. I shall drop all the charges."
I just think you're getting into, it's a very ethical question of morality, and you get into the argument of where do you draw the line on second chances? Because then you get... Because there's always the other side of the coin where you get a Ted Evans situation.
Yep, absolutely.
You've ruined his life over nothing. Well, it wasn't nothing, but you know what I mean. But obviously, I think it's definitely different circumstances with Greenwood because of what was released. You won't ever know the full story, and perhaps there is more to the story that better explains it. I don't know what that could be to explain it, because from my point of view, it's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah,
you never know.
That bit on Wolf of Wall Street where he's literally flinging fun coupons, and his girlfriend was picking up all his fun coupons, and now wife and maybe mother of child. It's very strange, but I mean, when you've had Ronaldo at your club and you've also had Ryan Giggs at your club, it's almost like there's a pattern emerging in said club. Now we'll swiftly move on. The next game that I've got was the tantalising City vs Newcastle.
It wasn't that tantalising, to be honest. I found it a bit of a letdown.
I didn't think it was gonna... I was hoping it was gonna be the... not David in a Goliath way. I was hoping it was gonna be like Rocky 3, like the champion and the up-and-comer. And then, like the big fight and Adrian and I pitiful and stuff like that. But yeah, it just didn't. It was just Man City doing Man City things. Newcastle, in all fairness, did well to hold them to 1-0. I mean, when you've got people like Anthony Gordon and Harvey Barnes playing for your club, there's only so much you can do. But the rest of the Newcastle team, I really do enjoy.
I just think they played scared.
Yeah.
I wish they would have taken it to Man City.
Yeah, just gone balls to wall.
It kind of seemed like they kind of just accepted it. I know that goal from Alvarez was like out of this world, but it was like that went in, and it just Newcastle just essentially. I wouldn't say they played for the 1-0, but they didn't go for it. They didn't go punch for punch, which I know that's not really their style, but like this was their opportunity. Put their seat, put a marker down and get the seat at the table that we're here and we're here to stay. Yeah. And I don't think they've really taken that many. Like they've not done that yet.
No, not yet. We've got plenty of time. This is the second season of this regime. Yeah, let's put it that way. With the definitely 100% human woman in charge. Definitely not a robot in disguise. Yeah, lizard lady. But yeah, I am disappointed that we want more made of the game. With Man City, if you lose anything less than 3-0, that's sort of a victory. So, like Lou said, I'd have enjoyed it more if it had just gone balls to wall and it had been a battle of the behemoths, battle of the trillionaires or whatever. But again, a 1-0 loss to a City team that is stupidly... all conquering and stupidly fucking overpowered.
They're just relentless.
Relentless is a great way to put it.
I mean, they lose De Bruyne, one of the best, arguably the best midfielder in the world, and you bring on Phil Foden, and you're like, how does he not get into this team? For my money, he is the best English player right now in terms of just pure ability.
Yeah, I think he's potentially one of the best English players we've had since.
I just don't understand why he doesn't get a game consistently.
Gaza, maybe. Yeah, it's
puzzling one.
It is a puzzling one. Maybe it's one of those you don't want to push him too soon. He wants to.
I know, but I've been hearing this for years. Like when I was in uni in Manchester, like people were saying that back then. He's 4 now.
23.
Yeah, like he's not a young kid anymore. He's
No.
He's a full established Premier League player. He should be playing week in, week out, or at least on the precipice of that.
I would say if he's moving, if he's getting a transfer somewhere, it's easily over 150 million. For me,
anyway. Like a goal other than Real Madrid or Barcelona, though.
Yeah, well, it'll be Real Madrid. Barcelona can't afford a fucking fish and chips at a minute, but hey ho. Yes. Me and Lou both had that as a win v City Newcastle game.
So far, I'm all green. I've got all of them. Lanks had one hiccup.
Yeah, Spurs scum were my hiccup. I put a draw, so Lou currently is 1-0 up. And then we come across the next fixture, which I have down as Villa Everton. Boy, I enjoy watching this. I love Sean Dyche, but hell yeah.
We did say though. We said Villa. You could see them retaliating, and
absolutely.
Unfortunately, Everton were in the firing line, but they didn't do themselves any justice. They got absolutely battered. It wasn't a contest. It was men versus boys. It really was. Yeah,
I've just seen Coutinho. I keep forgetting Coutinho's. I keep forgetting we got Tielemans. Tielemans is a great player. Also, England's next greatest striker. Yay, he can manage 12 minutes per season and then models for the other fucking 30.
Ollie Watkins, I was like, you played all right.
Mr. Calvert-Lewin, who's got 5.8.
Did you see the injury?
No.
Got kicked in the face.
Oh no. Don't damage your moneymaker. He's a model for now, fuck's sake. 38th minute.
Yeah, it's swelled up like a golf. It was quite bad, the injury, to be fair.
I got a broken jaw and I still fucking played on rest of football training.
Everton look like, if they play like this, they're going to go down. I don't care. I know it was away from home, but they can't. They've got to do better than that.
Yeah. Would it be? I know it's a whole thing, but would it be a Sean Dyche team as well? You don't expect these sort of lackluster performances. You expect them to give everything. So unless he's not been able to put his stamp on it, but he's been there for.
And he's got a lot of players from his time in Burnley there as well.
Yeah. He's got Tarkowski and stuff like
that. Who's the winger that they bought?
Ghana.
No, is it O'Neill?
O'Neill.
One they bought from Burnley. It doesn't matter anyway. He's got enough players there, but. He's got Ashley Young there, but you see his throw-in as well.
No.
Jesus Christ. They were getting beat 3-0, right? And what does he do? He tries to throw it from pretty much the halfway line back to the goalkeeper or the defender. And the striker just runs in and scores. He just throws into the middle of the pitch for them to run on. It was just a bad day at the office all around from Everton, and they need to do something quickly because they're going to go down if they don't.
Oh, mate. Did Coutinho get injured? He come on in the 64th minute and then went off in the 85th minute.
I think he did. I can't remember. That was one of the games where I had it on, but I had it on in the background.
Yeah.
All the way through.
Yeah. So yes, I had win. You had win. How much you win? Oh, so the last two games of a weekend fucked you over.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then I'll let Lou take this one.
Then we get on to the West Ham versus the big spenders Chelsea. Chelsea got their new fancy toys. Moises Caicedo and Lavia have both been announced at this point. They were coming into this game full of hype, having gotten a good performance and a good result versus Liverpool, and things were looking up. West Ham were very much a middling team. They just lost their best player. Paqueta was on his way out until he wasn't because of betting charges.
Yeah, we'll get on to that in a little moment.
And Chelsea started good, and then disaster struck from a corner, and they conceded. And somehow a 6'6" keeper didn't come for the ball, but that's by the by. And then Chelsea get back into the game, they score a good goal, and then they collapsed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Statistically, Chelsea absolutely battered.
Oh yeah, I've seen people saying Chelsea were abysmal. They weren't. They just couldn't score.
Yeah.
They battered them.
The greatest midfielder the world has ever seen also missed a penalty.
The next greatest midfielder came on and gave away a penalty.
Yeah, it wasn't a great day for him.
No, it really wasn't. But they played
I don't get. I've put Chelsea win on this, so this were my second point go down drain. I don't get how they are still throwing money at players.
I understand it. I just don't understand how you can throw that much money at players and it still doesn't work.
Because you can't build an entire new squad in the summer and then go, play, win.
No,
don't work.
I could understand if they were defensively frail, which they were at some points in this game. Like that Antonio goal that he scores from 25 yards out. That's just a miscommunication. I don't know what they're doing at the back, but they just don't score. They create half decent chances, but they just can't seem to score. Like Jackson is a fan. He was running the defense ragged. He just could not score.
Only you'd have bought. If only you'd have bought enough
I don't understand the Mudryk one though. He's not playing him, and I don't understand why.
Yeah, I'd heard reports of it off season that it bulked up and
he looked good in pre-season. He scored a goal. He was looking good, and then he didn't. What, he played him for how many minutes in the first game, and same for the second?
He got
cameos.
He got second half, didn't he? A bit luck of this. Well, I know I picked him as my manager of the season, but that was because I thought they would be going a different way. But Poch do Poch things.
To be fair, have you seen Chelsea's next 6-7 fixtures? They play all the typically bottom of the league team on the Luton next week.
Right,
so
okay.
they have to start getting results.
Yeah.
Their run up to Christmas is genuinely one of the worst. They play Arsenal, City, Liverpool, Brighton, Spurs, and Man United all in a row, no gaps. It's just But enough about them.
Yeah. West Ham, counter attack or whatever you want to call it, but they got battered and they come back. The main talisman, if you can call him that, is going to get banned. It's going to come. Oddly enough, there's plenty of yellow card betting going on in Brazil, apparently. So he will join Ivan Toney in the what can we call it? The rehab for gamblers.
Yeah.
Or insider traders. If he were a politician, it'd be fucking no one would bat an eyelid, would there? Anywho,
do you not see the irony of Lucas Paqueta scoring a penalty while wearing a shirt that says Betway when he shouldn't be playing? He shouldn't have been on the pitch, though. He really shouldn't have.
That's football these days, though, isn't it? And then we come to the Monday night. Yeah, the Monday Night Football.
This is the one that did it for me. This is the one.
This Palace Arsenal, and I did have an eye on this game because I had an Arsenal win, so that's a point there for me.
I had a draw, and it should have been a draw. It really should have.
Yeah. Very little happened. Bit looks of this, but I mean, I got it right, so that's all that matters. Arsenal
had a man sent off.
Yeah.
A lot of controversy around that.
I don't want to say like champions mentality, but that team mentality where you're in a tough game and you're in a tough game and you grind that win out. You get those points no matter what. You might end up playing Sam Allardyce football, just route one in it, or something like that. But as long as you find a way to win, who cares? Those points are on the board, and that's what really matters. To be honest, if it won't pretty, who gives a fuck? So I think that's what Arsenal did for me.
I will say though, all the people saying it wasn't a red, it was a red card. This one was a red card.
Yeah, two yellows in space of 10 minutes.
He wasted time. Yeah, he didn't waste as much time as Havertz, who had the ball before him, but it was accumulation of time. And the second one, he pulled him back. It was soft, but he stopped the counter attack. And if you're on a yellow, you just don't make that tackle. Why are you pulling somebody back on the halfway line when you don't need to be? It's just a stupid. Like, you can't have a go at the referee for that. That's the player.
No, yeah, that's a player's fault. He's not been disciplined. He's not realised that he's already got a yellow card and thinks, yeah, maybe I should let him go and hope that I can stay on the pitch and affect football later on. But I don't know.
I don't know if it was a penalty for Palace as well. I think Eze was very skillful. I think it was very touch and go. It could have gone either way, 50-50. They had chances, Palace. They absolutely did Arsenal, but they just didn't create anything. Like, it was siege mentality for the last half an hour. But Arsenal, like you said, they last season they would have lost that game or drew at the very least. Like they stood strong. Whether they can do it throughout the season, I'm not convinced. But
if you kind of barking in the background, it's very hot. Windows open. Fucking yappy little dogs. Honest to God. Anyway, that's like I said, Arsenal ground it out, and they're not champions, but that is a champion's mentality. You got to do what you got to do. So that is our rundown of the last game week 2's fixtures. Out of the 9, I got 7, and so did Lou, unfortunately. So it's a dead heat this week. Lou is still 1-0 up in the overall season.
Are we rolling it over?
Oh yeah, because we're on about this. So we're on about rolling points over. So I think we should do this because if later on in the season it could be a very interesting way to like gain a way back into it. So the winner from this week, if there is a winner, double points then.
Yeah, 2 points.
So 2 points. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Are we doubling it each time or just adding one on?
Oh, we could double it each time.
I think adding one on is for now, and then we can change it as we go.
Fucking chicken. Right, so yeah,
you just need one win, like one off.
Yeah, it's like fucking 19 weeks of rollovers.
Yeah, pretty much.
So now we'll just quickly run through. Actually, I'll go through the table. Currently sitting top.
The tree.
Yeah, it's Brighton. I'm like, that's mad respect for that. I'm on goal difference. On goal difference, but mad respect.
To be fair, the company they're keeping, not bad.
Yeah, Brighton first, City second, Arsenal, Brentford, and Liverpool. You got Tottenham and West Ham occupying what should be the remaining European spots at the minute. And down for bottom, we've got Everton 20th, 19th Wolves, and 18th Burnley. So, Burnley, Luton was a postponement on it, so they didn't play. So, I mean, Luton and Sheffield United are bottom of the league, which is, hey, good on you.
Can I just add, the 5th place now gets Champions League, so our prediction at the start just goes out the window.
What do you mean?
They've changed the format next year for the Champions League. The top 5 now gets Champions League this season.
Yeah, but I just did Europe.
Yeah, but I think it drops down one place to 9th or 8th, and we only did 7th. Well, you did 7th. I did the whole table.
Yeah.
So I think we said though when we ran through it who you would have had there, so it's fine.
Yeah, because I just based mine on last season's coefficient rankings or European spots, whatever. Yeah, that were awarded. But that is that. Just let me get. So we'll have a look and do our predictions. Are all these? These aren't postponed, are they?
I was just going to say, do you want to run through the championship now or next week?
We'll do a championship after this. We'll keep it all. Consistent. Yes. So 25th. Is this Friday night? Yes, Friday night football. 8:00 is Chelsea Luton.
Ross Barkley returns.
I love that.
I've gone 3-1 Chelsea. I said that last week and they got beat 3-1. But they have to put a win on the board, surely.
I really want to go.
Derby, though.
Yeah, I really want to go week 1 guess and go for a ballsy Luton. But you just can't, can you? I'm going Chelsea. Chelsea win. And then game after that, we're going on to the Saturday games. Early kick-off, 12:30, is Bournemouth Spurs.
I've gone 2-0 to Spurs.
I'm going Spurs win. Yeah, it's. I mean, don't really overthink it. Bournemouth are at home. They could come up good. Spurs haven't really got a threat up front, so it's stuff like that. But yeah, Spurs win. And into 3:00 kickoffs on Saturday, and we've got first one on my list is another London derby of Arsenal Fulham.
Arsenal Fulham. I've gone 2-1 to the Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm going Arsenal win. Then next 3:00 is Brentford Palace. That's enough. What's this, London week or something? Fuck me. Can we spread it out up north, please? Yeah, Brentford Palace. Bit of a tricky one.
2-0 to Brentford.
Yeah. I think I might go draw. I'm going to go draw. Brentford. Ooh. No, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna draw. You know what? No, I'm gonna go ball draw. Ball draw. I think it might be an exciting match, but just 0-0. Next up, fuck me, battle of the letdowns. Everton Wolves.
I've gone for. Who have I gone for? I went for. I don't know why. What like apparition came to me, but I've gone 2-0 Everton.
Looking at it now and like going over it in my head, I feel like an Everton win as well. So that's what I'm gonna go.
Just a quick justification is Everton are the home team and they actually seem to be up for it at home, and Wolves just can't score. I know Everton can't, but neither can Wolves.
Yeah. For me, I don't really know what it is. I don't know. I've just got a feeling about Everton. That's about it. And we got last at 3:00 kickoffs, which is Scum Forrest.
The Roy Keane derby.
Yes.
I have gone 1-0 Man United.
Where are we?
This one's a weird one because I don't rate Man United in terms of attack, and I think their defense is shaky but solid, and Forest are like the opposite. But I don't know.
I'm going Scum win. I'm going Scum win on that. And then we get into the late kickoff, 5:30, which is Brighton West Ham. Tasty.
It is, but I've gone 3-1 Brighton.
Really? Go on, my boy. That's ballsy.
I'm all in on the Brighton train. I don't like it, but
I'm thinking draw. Thinking score draw. Personally, I wanted to say West Ham, but I'm going to overrule that. I'm going to do what I don't normally do and overrule my first thoughts and go with West Ham. Then we get into these are Sundays, aren't they? Sunday games.
The easiest game to call.
Well, actually, not here, not on this list. Sorry, excuse me. The Sunday game is 2 2:00 kickoffs. First one is Burnley Villa.
Burnley Villa. I've gone 3-0 Villa.
Yeah, I'm going Villa win. I've literally just written it down straight away. Moving on swiftly. Sheffield United City. I mean, Sheffield United are at home.
You're welcome to take them if you want.
I want to go ballsy, but I also that competitive side of me is just like, I need to win. I don't want to lose.
I've gone 4-0 Man City. I think they're going to batter them.
Yeah. I'm going City win. And then late afternoon kickoff of Sunday is Newcastle Liverpool, which is another spicy one.
It is.
Aye.
I'm going to let you go first on this
one.
This is a
first thought was Newcastle, and then it shifted to a score draw. I don't like putting draws down, but that shouldn't really affect my decisions. I'm going to go Newcastle win.
I've been 2-0 Newcastle. They're at home. Liverpool, I think Salah's on form, but the rest of them are not quite there still.
I don't know. I don't really know. It's not against Liverpool and stuff like that. Whenever I saw them up against Chelsea, and yeah, good.
Bournemouth, I don't think they looked amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. I've just got a feeling for Newcastle. I might be one of those bandwagon people that's jumping on Newcastle, but that's just my feeling straight off of the bat. Sorry, as I mark my prediction down.
I don't think taking Newcastle at home nowadays though is that much of a shock.
No. I mean, I did say this, and they went on to win 5-1. Attacking wise, I still feel like there is something missing. But prove me wrong. That's all I've got to say is prove me wrong. That is our predictions or our review of Game Week 2 and predictions for Game Week 3. I am just going to have a quick touch on the ever so exciting live that is Leeds United fans. And oh my God, everything and nothing is happening at our club. And it's a disgrace. And I'm so angry, I could shit. It's all
going to go down, if you carry on.
I said we're going to be mid-table. Currently sit 19th after 3 games, a loss, draw, which is a great start. Everyone's bumming Daniel Farke. I'll let him cook. I've got no against that. The whole situations with release clauses, Radrazani's fucked us over, Orta's fucked us over. I think Kania is gritting his teeth because he has to be sacked at some point or released at some point because he was part of this trio that made us Premier League again. And these clauses are horrific. And the Peterborough owner, if this were a real story, I love it. The Peterborough owner come out and says, if whoever put these transfer clauses in place should be lined up against a wall and shot and never show their face in football again. And I love that because that's exactly what every Leeds fan's thinking right now. Tyler Adams has gone, so that's one gone. That's good. We got some money for him. That's a decent bit of money, which I think we should be reinvesting into. What's his name from Swansea? Is it Pyro, or something like that? Striker, which is very much needed because Sir Patrick of Violin is just, as much as I love Joffy, is more of a number 10 role these days. Rutter is a winger for me. Dan James is so ice cold or fire hot. It's unbearable. But it's somewhat getting back balanced. Sinistera's got the lawyers in on us, even though his contract release clause had expired. And Nonto has come crawling back all of a sudden. For me, you rule with an iron fist. Make this a point that no other player will ever cross our path again and do this sort of shit. They should be in under 12s or under 11s training with them. They should not be even anywhere near Thorpe Arch. They should be nowhere near it. And if they want to play, they should have to... I don't even want to say earn the way back because they should never put the shirt on again. Ever. If you're willing to pull this shit because you don't want to help the club that you have got a contract with out of the dark times, fuck off somewhere else. Just go. You're under contract, you do as we say. End of. And I say, fuck off to the corner at training ground and think about what you've done and never come back. Rant over. I needed to get that out of here. That young Swansea striker, Pyro, whatever his name is, looks exciting. Pretty much what we need. He scored for fun for Swansea. So that and Lewis O'Brien, which we were linked to when he were at Huddersfield. And I was a bit annoyed we didn't get him, but it looks like we're going to get him at this point. Hopefully, touch wood, signings should be coming in the next couple of weeks. So Leeds United fans rejoice. The chaos is somewhat coming to an end, and we may have stability once again. And over to you, Mr. Lewbcon.
I'm just going to run through Middlesbrough. The absolute shocking start that they've had went from arguably they should have won up last year. Based on after Carrick took over, they didn't. They were one of, if not the favourites, outside of the relegation teams to go up, and they've had a disaster, to be honest. The start of the season's been absolutely shocking. But
Carrick's still there.
Yeah, he is. Like Akpom's obviously gone to Ajax now. I don't think he was going to hit the numbers he hit last year, and I didn't expect him to stay. Like, you can't score, what was it, 29 goals he scored and stay.
Not attract attention. Yeah,
it was never going to happen. And 10 million is not great plus add-ons, but
at least it's summer.
For me, they were criminal for not going for Giles. I don't know why they did not go for him and why they let him go to Luton. He wanted to come back to the Borough on a permanent. Wolves were happy to sell him, but for some reason they just didn't even go for him. Never mind. They didn't even put an offer in. It's not like they lost the he chose Luton over Middlesbrough. He just never even went. Silvera looks like a decent signing. I think Rodgers in that number 10 role rather than up front has looked a lot better. I think that Latte Laffy they've just brought in, he looked really good. He's still quite raw in the sense of the finishing. Hackney was just unplayable this game. That goal he scored was fantastic. Don't know why Jones is still there. I would have just got rid of him. Neil Warnock back was a vengeance. He obviously I don't know how it's like a bad smell.
I was just thinking about. I was just about to say it's just like a bad smell.
Tommy Smith's obviously crooked, and all the Middlesbrough right backs are crooked. So bringing in that Van der Berg, he looks solid. Obviously Huddersfield's goal was quite lucky. It was the Dale Fry scoring an own goal from a corner, a bit unfortunate, but they happen. I think Forrest definitely has to play more. He would look good. Like I said, Silvera looked good. They look good this game. They're just lacking the goals, and I don't know if it's the confidence or what. They've had a slow start, but they had a slow start last year. I think it was 10 games in. They were one place outside the relegation zone, and they play West Brom. I think is it next week, this weekend. So that'll be
I've knocked the fixture list off.
I think that'll be I think it's West Brom they play.
Yeah. Leeds have got Ipswich. If anyone is bothered. It's how you finish, isn't it? Not how you start.
Yeah,
so.
That's what I mean. It's slow starters, but they can get there. Especially in the Championship when you got that many games. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, took the words out of my mouth.
I don't think there's any standout team like there was last year. Possibly Leicester or Southampton. But even I know Leicester have won all their games, but not convincingly. And Southampton have got the best squad in the league alongside Leicester, but they've just been misfiring.
What about Leeds?
The thing is, Southampton and Leicester are getting gutted, but they're getting good money.
Yeah,
You're getting gutted and you ain't getting any money.
No, we ain't getting
Tyler Adams for 20 million is
23 plus add-ons. Thank you, sir. £1 million of add-ons, which I don't understand. For fuck's sake.
I'm wearing a Olympiacos shirt, by the way. It's not a Mackham shirt. Shit. I hope they go down. And yeah.
That is that's the end of the video then, ladies and gentlemen, or the podcast or whatever it is. You don't really have to have. I should have said this at the start. You don't really have to have watch it. You don't have to watch it. It is. We are toying with the idea of making it into a podcast version on YouTube, but we don't know how that works yet. So that is something that could come. But that's that's a roundup of game week 2 and predictions. Preview for game week 3. We didn't really run through transfers or stuff like that for game week 3 and what's going on at the minute, but try to keep these videos short, and we have currently been recording for 44 minutes.
Like an hour,
this is another Swifter. Yes, if you did enjoy, please do consider liking and subscribing. Lou's link is in my description down below. Hopefully mine is in his description if he remembers. What else?
Watch out for another episode of Lou and Lank on a slightly different topic because Star Wars is back.
That's it. Yep. I have watched the first episode of Ahsoka. Lou hasn't yet. I don't really know much around it, but Ahsoka is one of, if not my favourite Star Wars character. But that will be coming in the very near future, so watch out for that. And yes, I have got nothing else to add. Have you got anything to add, Mr. Lewbcon?
See you next time.
Yeah, enjoy, and hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Peace.